Hello, folks. This is Bob Safale, and you are here for our Celebrity Network Business webinar, where we are always talking about how we can make you. Here's the goal here, folks. We want to make you or give you an idea or concept each and every webinar that will make or save you at least $1,000. Hopefully, a heck of a lot more. And today is for sure, if you will actually apply what I'm about to talk about. I mean, this can actually change your entire business pattern if you just do what I'm about to talk about today is really explosive stuff. But before I talk about it, I want to make sure you can actually hear me. So why don't you go ahead, and you know the drill here. If you can hear me, you got that little hand in the upper right hand corner. Just click it on and off, that I know you hear me. Can you hear me? Oh, John Fernandez is helping me out. Very good. Anybody else want to help me out? I'm going to do a race one time to see who does the hand first. Okay, great. That's perfect. Okay, great. So I'm going to do a really quick drill with you here. You ready? I'm going to give you a little piece, about 5 seconds of silence. What? And we're going to do a drill. Ready? Do you want $10,000 right now? Okay. Did I get your attention? I bet you I got your attention. I bet you want, yes, yes, I do. I want $10,000 right now. Yeah, I want it. Well, I've been listening to a pretty smart cat lately named Grant Cardone. And it's funny, I had decided to do this specific briefing, I don't know, 4 days ago, 3 days ago. And interestingly enough, literally, I listened to a lecture he gave on YouTube. You get them free on YouTube, by the way. You should also just go ahead and, get on his service. But anyway, and he talked about this concept of get social, get attention, and get paid. And boy, is he right. Because that is really one of the reasons that celebrities work so well, because they certainly get attention. It's funny, Grant references Kim Kardashian as a person who gets a lot of attention. Well, yes, she does. And he's funny because he says, yeah, there's a lot of people don't like her, a lot of people that do like her, but she sure gets the attention. Well, that's right. She gets a lot of attention. And why is that important? Because I've heard this from multiple people. Some study was done that said each day, the average person is hit by something like 4,000 marketing messages. Now, I hear that number 4,000, and I kind of, even myself, I go, man, I don't know, that sounds like a lot. But I tell you what, if it's 500 a day, it still means there's all these marketing messages and promotional messages, and how do you got to cut through all that? You got to somehow blow through and get people's attention. Okay. And the second part of this talk was, okay, great. Now I've got their attention. You kind of, for me, it's now, am I credible? Good. I got their attention, but am I credible? Like, if a bum suddenly went, is laying on the ground and suddenly went, I want $1,000,000. Well, okay. You probably get people's attention, but then he's not that credible because he's a bum laying in the middle of the street. So you give him $1,000,000, it's kind of like pissing in the wind. Okay. So I want to talk about getting attention and being credible. And I'm kind of for right now, I'm going to reverse the order a little bit. And I'm going to talk about credibility. Then I'm going to go back to attention. And one of the ways to be highly credible is if you're viewed as or thought as an expert. If people go, that guy really knows what he's talking about, that girl really knows what she's talking about. Experts tend to, get, I don't know what's the term for it. Let's put it this way. The grain of salt is much smaller when you're talking about when an expert says something, So, and you think to yourself, remember they have the old commercials, E.F. Hutton says. Well, that was the whole positioning. E.F. Hutton was some super duper duper expert on what the market was going to do. And if E.F. Hutton says, then everybody, I remember if you remember the commercial, it was like E.F. Hutton and everybody in a room would turn to listen, right? So one of the best ways, and Grant talks about this, is writing a book. Now listen, before you all go, I'm not going to do that. Hold on. You don't have to write the Magna Carta, okay? You don't have to write the rise and fall of the Third Reich here, which is like 1,200 pages. The book can be a small book. It could be a book that's 20 pages, 10 pages, 15 pages, 18 pages. As long as the content is really good, that's good. And also, I've just found, and I've received some training on this. It's you want to really do in some types of books is you want to kind of address a pain point and the solution to the pain point. Because, people have pain points. Like, there are people who maybe, want to lose 25 pounds, 30 pounds. And that's a pain point for them. They go, man, I don't want to do this. Or 100 pounds. Or maybe somebody has high blood pressure. That's a pain point. I was helping a client that had a product that literally it was an all natural product. And I'm telling you, this thing got rid of acne like bam. And it was focused on, teenagers that were 16 to 22 years old. Well, if you're a young teenager, you're a girl, and you got a big old zit in the middle of your forehead, that's a pain point. So if you can, as an expert in your field, identify a pain point and then talk about the solution to the pain point, that's a great thing. So pain point, solution to the pain point, okay? And that's that. And if people believe that they can, if they believe they can read the book rapidly and get something out of it quickly, because a lot of people don't want to read long, big books. They want to read 300-page books, 500-page books, but they'll read a 15 or 20-page book or a 10-page book, doesn't matter. If in the title of the book you can talk about the pain point, that gets their attention, right? Remember attention? Pain point. How to lose weight and keep it off. Because there's a lot of people who lose weight, but then they gain it back. It's like the yo-yo diet, right? So pain point, attention. Solution, expertise. So first and foremost, if somebody writes a book, there's almost kind of like an underlying belief. Boy, he wrote a book. He must be smart. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's an expert. See, I just wrote a book on this. I took the time to write a book, and I'm an expert on it. Now, some of you may be saying to yourself, well, hell, I didn't get past third grade English. Well, So what you can do is you can write a book, and then you can go to a site called Upworks, and you can hire somebody to edit it. You know what I mean? Or at worst case, at least, tidy up the grammar. You know what I'm saying? And that's not going to cost you a fortune. It'd be pretty cheap. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to take a look at what your business is all about, what your product does, what your service does. I want you to think about that because you should know this just in general. Forget writing a book. You should know what the pain points are that your product or service resolves. Okay, here's a pain point in the business world. You want to hear a pain point? I don't have enough leads. I don't have enough leads. My sales are suffering. Holy smokes. If I get a room of people, 1,000 people in a room, and I spoke to some pretty big groups, and I say, who here, they're all business people, who here, put your hand up if you've ever had a problem with leads, getting enough leads. I'm telling you, if I'd be shocked if less than 80% didn't put their hand up, or there'll be at least 80% put their hand up. Pain point. Leads. Oh, that hurts. So what you want to do with anything you're selling is you want to identify what is the pain point. What is bothering this person? Why in the heck are they buying what you're selling? And that pain point, if you then in an expert manner talk about the resolution. And by the way, in your book, I wouldn't necessarily talk about your product. Don't do that. Make it just a generic book that's here. Here's the information. Here's the information. No strings attached, right? You don't talk about your product, your company, because then it's more like a propaganda piece. You don't want to sell, I don't want you to write propaganda. I want you to write information. So please make sure you don't do a propaganda piece. You actually have a book, no strings attached, right? No strings attached. You address a pain point with a solution. Problem, solution. Okay? So good. So we got that piece done. That's part one of my process here. Second part. How do you get attention? A lot of it, fast. How can you get attention? Great. Attention. You got this book. Got a guy or girl wrote this book on acne. I don't know. Just grab a pain point, okay? Maybe a person's losing their home. How to not lose your home, okay? All right? So the pain point. Don't lose your home, all right? So you write this book. The title literally gets attention. So you want that title, get attention, right? So now how do you really get attention to a lot of people? Here's the second piece, and this is where you become a celebrity. There are people on the internet called influencers. Yeah, they're like the internet celebrities. There's celebrities that are like on TV or on radio, in music, in sports. And then there's internet influencers. It's the same term as celebrities. You may not know these influencers. Okay? You may not know them at all. But guess what? If they're sitting there on a social network and they've got a Instagram or a Facebook profile with 85,000 followers, guess what? The followers know who they are, and they know, and they follow them. They are interested in hearing what they say. Okay? So what I'm trying to do here is now I'm saying, okay, you're not just an expert, you're a celebrity expert, and here's how we make you a celebrity. If you take a look at what a celebrity is, if you kind of really look at it, it's somebody who's got the attention of a whole lot of people. Now, a whole lot of people could be measured in tens of thousands of people. And if you're in a little town and you're like the head football coach that's won national championships, everybody in town knows who you are. You're a celebrity. So a celebrity is somebody who a lot of people know. Okay, they don't even necessarily. Well, you want to be a good celebrity. I don't know if you want to be a bad celebrity, but let's just say you're a good celebrity. So here's how you do. Here's one way you become a celebrity. You have these influencers, and they have tens of thousands of followers. Now, and this is a really interesting angle, because there are influencers, if you give your product to them and say, here's your product, will you please, you can turn the power off totally. What I'm saying is, you can take a influencer that got 10, 15,000 people, and people will give them their product for free if that influencer promotes the product. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a totally different angle on this. So I give a product to a celebrity, and I say, I want you to post something, but I don't want you to post about the product. Now you'll get their attention, or influencer. You say to the influencer, I'm going to give you this product, and I don't want you to promote the product. I want you to give your followers important information. Now, obviously, this influencer, like let's say you're involved with a product that helps lose weight. Okay, let's just make an easy one. And what you want to have is an influencer that's involved with healthy living. Okay, how to live healthy. Maybe it's a trainer. So obviously you're not talking to somebody, you're not trying to sell like a car. We're not trying to promote a car to an influencer involved with health. You're trying to work with an influencer involved with health because your product is in that field. So here we are, we got this influencer. We say, influencer, I want to give you this product, but I don't want you to promote it. Boom! They go, what? What? Because they're used to people doing that. Okay. Now you got the influencer's attention. You're going to say to them, Mr. Influencer, I want to give you this product, but I want you to do this for me. Now they go, uh-oh, what's the catch? What's the catch? Is it, I have written a book that solves a big problem for a lot of your followers. Now they go, huh. And then you're going to say, and by the way, the book I wrote is totally generic. I don't say one bloody word about my product in the book. It is a true, no strings attached, helps people. So what I'd like you to do is I'm going to give you this product. And they go, wow, that's cool. And maybe, you give them, you can't give them like one of something. You got to be a little bit substantive, okay? So you're going to do a little investment of your own. You're not paying for the post. You're giving them the product, and you're saying, all I want from you, sir or ma'am, is I just want you to do a post about my book. Okay? So you want the influencer to hold your book up and say, hey, listen, blah blah Bob Safale has written a book on blah de blah. Go to this website and you can get it for free. Pow. Now what's happened here? The influencer has said the title of your book. Bang! You got their attention. The influencer, because he or she is considered a celebrity or an expert, particularly if it's an influencer that's in your field. Like I said, you have an influencer who has 60,000 or 50,000 or 30,000 followers, and they follow he or she because they give good information. That person is not just a celebrity, it's an expert. So if you really want to get a lot of reaction, have an expert say that you're an expert. You follow the flow here? So you've written a book, expert. You're solving a pain point with a solution, no strings attached. You're effectively partnering with an influencer who has their own fan base. So they are a celebrity and expert to their fan base. This expert is saying you're an expert, and by the way, read this book. Highly credible. You've got the attention of their followers. You've now been basically told by all those followers that you're an expert. There's a whole lot of followers, and all of a sudden you're moving a lot of books. I'm telling you, do this 2 or 3 or 4 times, it really works. And I can give you an example. One time, or actually, this has happened many times. Here's one time an example. I had a company that was involved in providing a lot of softwares to their customers. They literally sold a kind of a business opportunity that dealt with software. So they had collected all these business softwares, and they were selling this bunch of softwares as almost a business opportunity. They charged $9.97, and if you signed up for this bunch of softwares at $9.97, you could turn around and tell other people about it, and any of those people that bought the softwares, you would receive 50% of the action, like, I don't know, almost $500. So this company that was doing this used one of my companies that did internet marketing. Okay. Now this company, unbeknownst to me, used our services and really, really did good. And so this guy then contacted me back about 3 months after he started using our service, really did well, and contacted me back and said, listen, could you could you do a small business service where you help my people? And I said, sure. And he says, I have these webinars where I have 300-400 people on the webinars. And I'm an expert. I tell them about different things. So he ended up saying he had me come onto that webinar, and then he introduced me as an expert to all these people. I talked about the service we were offering, and it was like incredible. I had like $80,000-$90,000 in sales overnight. But the point is he was an expert. He introduced to his followers, in this case was their webinar guys, to this other expert. Me. He said, by the way, Bob Savale is an expert on internet marketing. I had a tremendous amount of credibility. So let's kind of walk through this one more time. Okay, I'm gonna give you the sequence one more time. First of all, this is all about attention and credibility. Okay, a celebrity naturally gets attention. You got to get attention. You're not gonna be able to do this soft pedaling stuff, folks. You can't soft pedal yourself. You can't say, I'm pretty good at this. No. Listen, if you're selling a product, you better be damn good about what you do. I could like when I talk about what we do at Celebrity Network. Here, this is what we do. We can get any company, any type of celebrity at a great price, and it's designed to greatly increase their leads. That's what we do. I can get any type of celebrity for any type of business at a great price, and the end result is they get a dramatic increase in leads. That's what I do. I don't soft pedal it. I don't say, well, I can get you a couple of celebrities here and there if I really try hard, and it sometimes works, sometimes no. You gotta boom, attention. You want to be credible. One of the ways you can be credible and become a celebrity is by writing a book. Doesn't have to be a gigantic book, 10, 15, 20 pages. You identify the problem in the title of your book. Why? Gets attention. Bam. You solve the problem in the book. You identify a number of influencers that are related to what you sell. You reach out to those influencers, okay, and you say, listen, I will give this to you free. I don't want you to promote it. Gets their attention. All I want you to do is help your followers solve this problem. Gets their attention. Here's the problem this book solves. Bam. Oh, yeah, that's true. And undoubtedly, that influencer is going to read what you have. So that's why you want to keep it 10, 15, 20 pages so the influencer reads it fast. He goes, oh, yeah, that's really good. Now that influencer looks really good because now he's giving something for free to all his followers. You get the idea? He's not selling something to his followers. He's giving something to free. Although, hey, folks, it's totally okay to sell something to your followers. Totally okay. But you want to kind of do a little balance. Give some stuff away for free, help them up, help people. You give something away that's free, that's good. It makes their lives better. Probably their lives better. They're making more money. Now they can buy from it. So I know I'm packing a lot in one webinar, but here's what I will do. And anybody, if you want to do this cycle, write the book. If you need somebody to edit it, go to Upworks, UPWRKS.com, Upworks. Get yourself a cheap editor, no problem. Okay, make a little book, become an expert, find a influencer. But here's what I'll do for you guys. I normally charge several $1,000s for this. I'm going to do this for free. And here's what I'm going to do for anybody who wants it. Okay? You email me at bob@cshoptv.net, bob@cshoptv.net. Now, I want you to email me, tell me what your product is, what your email is, website is, and I will go into our massive database because I have a gigantic database. This is huge database, and I'm tied to literally tens of thousands of influencers and celebrities. Okay? I mean, we're connected to thousands of celebrities because of all the stuff we do. But here's the deal. I will send you back the name of 3 influencers. I will give you their email address. I'll just give that to you. Boom. And you do the rest. Now, I've done a lot right there because normally companies, you pay us thousands of dollars for that, for us to do what's called market intel, this is deep market intel where we actually evaluate for a company what influencers could boom them. We charge for that. Okay, we'll charge it here, not a dime, free. So you email me, bob@cshoptv.net. Put in the subject line, I want influencers. Okay, and in your email, put your name and your telephone number and your website address, and I'll send you. It's going to take a few days because I have experts do this. Okay, we're going to send you 3 names, help you out. Okay. May take 7 days if I think I have a lot of people here. And once again, we blew past our record number of people last week. So, last but not least, just want to mention this before we do our 1,000 cloud coin drawing. Okay. And by the way, this is an example of an influencer. This is Eric Worre. He's a network marketing expert. Okay. Here's a site of his. Okay. Now, he's a guy, look, he gives information. So that's an example of an influencer. This is he has 280,000 followers. He's involved with network marketing. He's an expert. Okay? This is an example of what an influencer looks like. Okay. Now, let's real quickly, we are adding an additional speaker to our Expansion Accelerator Masters event. This speaker is incredible. And he is coming to the event because he wants to raise capital for any company that comes to the event. He is an expert at raising capital. And this is the event. It says, "Are you ready? Mastermind and make deals with pros." This is all about our March 22nd event here in Florida. Okay? So this talks all about what we're doing. There's Kevin right there. He's one of the sharks. You can see him right there on the left-hand side. So this particular expert who runs a huge company, and what do? They raise capital. They do crowdfunding to raise money for businesses. He is going to be talking about how he's raising up to $1,070,000, sometimes even more, but that's what, that's one type of crowdfunding. He is coming to speak at the event, and he wants to meet companies or meet people who want to raise money. He's specifically coming to find companies and people that want to raise money. So if you have a company or you have a friend that needs to raise money, this guy wants to meet you. Or this guy wants to meet the company you know, or the friend you know that want to raise money. Because there's a way to do it so you don't have to go to friends and family. You don't have to go to a big angel investor. You don't have to go borrow money from a bank. There's a way to do it where you have a mass of people. And I'm sure you've heard about instances where people have some issue and they put up a GoFundMe account and they raise a bunch of money. This is the same concept, only you can do it for a company now. All right, so let's go. And by the way, if you're interested in that EA event and learning how you can be there to meet this guy, email me at bob@cshoptv.net and just put in expansion event. So that's bob@c, like cat, shop, SHOPTV.net with a subject line expansion event. If you want to learn how you can be there. All right. So I hope that was helpful, but gosh, we got to do our drawing. Yoo-hoo! Let's do a drawing. Let's have fun doing a drawing. Ooh, we got more people than last week. This is our 3rd event, and we're just getting bigger, and we're getting bigger, and we're getting bigger. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1,000 cloud coin. Number 25 has won 1,000 cloud coins. And by the way, remember, all of you guys that attended today, because I screwed up yesterday, we had the wrong date, are getting 100 cloud coins. All of you guys who attended yesterday and sat there and waited for nobody, and all you guys today are getting 100 cloud coins. And we got a hell of a surprise next week. You're going to like it. Thanks a lot, guys.